Back in open session. I have nothing to report from the closed session. Staff is continuing discussions with no action to be taken at this time. Now, committee members are being asked to bring ideas for future discussion. I would like to just raise an issue and see if there are other people that are concerned based upon the meeting that we had Monday with the airport and their use of reserves to fund debt. I think it may be worthwhile in the next, between now and the start of the next budget process, to have a discussion with the airport relative to future plans. I know they received ARPA and other pandemic relief, but our employments are down, and I don't want to, at some point in the future, be in a situation where there may be a necessity for a county subsidy, and I just would like to have a discussion about where we are with the airport and what, does that require, if we've lost a plane, does it require an additional investment on the part of the county to ensure we don't have an upfront investment in another airline or another flight? But I know that some other people had some concerns walking out of that meeting based on discussions that I've had with them. Is that something that you would like to see? I know it wasn't part of our work plan, but I think there were just some concerns relative to the drawdown of reserves. I'm catching the administrator off guard, but
No, I think that, I know staff had that conversation with the airport in their budget discussions. And I think that's a great idea to have a presentation where they go over what their plan has been and how the underlying assumptions of that plan, if they don't, of that plan, that's a good pun. The underlying assumptions of that plan, if they don't come to fruition, what that might mean for the county. I would say my sense is it would also make sense to have us have solid waste or Sam and I provide a similar update with, if you've watched the ERC meetings, kind of how we're trying to do some course correction and strategic planning for the solid waste department. So your two primary enterprise funds. Does that make sense, Sam?
Chair Gibbs?
Well, I think especially in light of what the potential, the future capital improvement planning for each of those enterprises are, I think is critical, because that may entail debt that we may be responsible for, especially in light of the if their employments aren't brought up, and the capital improvement needed at the solid waste facility, and who would be responsible for the debt.
Any other thoughts on items? And I apologize, we kind of get caught in the quick turnaround and trying to get other people prepared for this meeting. And I promise not to have 3 meetings in 8 days or in the near, or 9 days in the near future. I know our October 9th we'll have the budget. I know we will have a potential property sale and a number of other items that will come in at that meeting. Other items?
And we will, I'll be providing you with the expectations of some of the TIF information that I'll be relying on the HR Finance Committee to set some of the priority, or set some of the criteria on some of those questions that the TIF task force recommended that we look at.
And we have the city of Schofield with a request for assistance relative to the tax delinquent parcel.
Yep.
So we have a number of things that have time sensitive, and meritorious of our consideration. Anything else? If not, that lengthy meeting will be on October 9th at 3 o'clock. And it takes us to item 9. Moved by Gibbs, seconded by Marshall to adjourn. All those in favor will signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. That motion carries unanimously. Thank you. For how much?